Welcome to Grimora Stories. A cabin means safety in the woods, right? But hunters once found a wooden cabin with no door at all, just soot-covered windows staring back at them. Hours later, when they tried to find it again, the cabin was gone. Welcome to the mystery of the cabin with no door. In the vast wilderness of Canada, where endless forests stretch for miles and human footprints vanish quickly into the snow, there are strange stories whispered among hunters and travelers. One of the most disturbing tales is that of the cabin with no door. It began with a group of hunters, experienced men who knew the forest well. They had been tracking deer deep in the woods when they stumbled upon something unusual: a small wooden cabin. At first glance, it seemed abandoned and rotten with age. The wood was warped and decayed. The roof sagged beneath years of harsh winters, and the air around it carried the heavy stillness of something long forgotten. But there was something about the cabin that froze them in place. It had no door. The walls were solid, unbroken wood. The only features were a few windows, each one completely blackened, as though covered in thick soot from the inside. No light passed through, no reflections glimmered, just lifeless, dark panes that seemed to stare back at the hunters like blind eyes. Confused, the men circled the structure, searching for an entrance. There was none. No door, no gap, no sign that anyone had ever stepped inside. The cabin stood there like a sealed tomb in the middle of the wilderness. Uneasy, they decided to leave. But as they walked away, one of them glanced back. He swore he saw something move behind one of the soot-blackened windows. A shadow, a figure, watching. The hunters argued whether to return, but the unease was too strong. They agreed to leave it alone and return another day, perhaps with more men, perhaps with tools to break inside. Weeks later, true to their word, they returned to the same part of the forest. They remembered the clearing well. They knew exactly where the cabin had been. But when they reached it, their hearts sunk. The cabin was gone. There was no trace of it. No rotting wood, no blackened windows, no foundation stones in the earth. The clearing was empty, as though the cabin had never existed. Shaken, the hunters left quickly and told their story to others. Some laughed, claiming they had mistaken the location or imagined it, but others nodded gravely. They, too, had heard whispers of the doorless cabin that appears and disappears in the Canadian wilderness. Locals say it is not a cabin at all, but a trap. Some believe it belongs to spirits, a place where the lost are lured, sealed away forever behind those blackened windows. Others claim it is a remnant of an older time, a cursed building that drifts between worlds, only revealing itself to those unlucky enough to stumble upon it. Whatever the truth, one warning remains constant. If you ever find yourself deep in the forests of Canada and you see a cabin with no door, do not go near it. Do not touch the windows, And above all, do not wait to see if something inside is watching you. Because by the time you come back, it might already be gone. What do you think was inside that cabin? Something watching or nothing at all? Share your theories below, and if this creeped you out, hit like and share it. Don't forget to subscribe, because we're only getting started.